You have arrived to the Plunge into Prosperity podcast, where sacred wisdom meets regenerative wealth. I'm your host, Brandi Kolosky of Sacral Capital. Now let's plunge in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Plunge into Prosperity. I'm Brandi Kolosky, and today on episode 10, we've hit our 10, I'm sitting down with Barbara Larsen, a woman whose career arc reads like a masterclass in positive pivoting and long-term gain thinking. If anyone knows me, one of my new favorite little affirmations or saying is positive pivoting. And when I met Barbara, her and I both connected on the fact that she also has just led with her sacral and gut and has changed her careers and based off of how she wanted to pivot. And Barbara is currently in Park City as a real estate advisor with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices, Utah properties. But the path that brought her there is what I want you to hear. Her background spans aviation, healthcare, leadership, and corporate sales, including being honored as President's Circle Award recipient at Abbott Laboratories, followed by 6 years inside the title and escrow industry, which gave her a rare command of contracts, timelines, and seamless execution. Today, she channels all of it into guiding clients through one of the country's most coveted mountain markets. I was just there in February on a ski trip with friends, and it was magical. And I hadn't been there in a while, and several years prior, I was there for business, and with Salt Lake and Park City roots dating back to 1990, Barbara specializes in second homes, ski properties, investment opportunities throughout Park City and Deer Valley. She's working with clients who want to understand not just what to buy, but why it matters long term. She's known for a calm, disciplined approach and a real conviction around long-term relationships over transactions, which I can honestly tell you everything you need to know before she even opens her mouth. Barbara, I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I love that introduction. So,
You're
yeah, and
welcome.
thank you for having me. I was very honored to get your request.
Yes, of course. And for those new here, and those are currently listening, tell them why they should continue to listen to this episode with you.
I think that your podcast is very inspiring because there's such diversity. So, listening to, all the different episodes that I have, each person has brought something to me that I'm like, that's really cool. And so just the diversity with what industry they're in and how they got to their point and some of the ideas that they've brought to me, I'm like, I love that. And I love Brene Brown as well. She is very inspiring. And
Yeah.
so just another point of positivity to bring in your life.
Yes, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for that. I haven't had anyone talk about the pods on the pod yet, so that means the world to me. And so prosperity means something different as you listen to all these different women and how they step fully into their own. What does prosperity look like for you today? And what was the bold plunge you had to take to get there? Or some of the women, they've taken many plunges, right? So what was yours? And
Yeah,
what
I
does
think
prosperity look like for you?
prosperity is really comes back to home and family, focusing on that, and that kind of brings the prosperity everywhere else. And I have two boys and two granddaughters, and just
You don't even
that
look like it.
positivity and that energy, it just means the world to me. But I also love to travel. So my husband and I take a trip each year that's fairly exotic. And
Yes.
prosperity is living a life in which you have brought to you the ability financially, in your heart, and everywhere else to be able to go and do those things, spend the time with the people you want to spend time. And yeah, you talked a little bit in one of the podcasts about surrounding yourself. And I've really tried to surround myself with very successful and positive women that really encourage each other to to, go along in their.
Where's your next exotic vacation, or did you just have one, or do you do it every year at the same time, or try different seasons?
We actually have my stepdaughter is getting married in Thailand. So October we're going over we're going to fly into Bangkok and tour a little bit southern Thailand and then go to her wedding at the end of the trip
I have
and then come back.
goosebumps. Yes, I
Yeah.
have goosebumps. Yeah, I haven't done Asia yet. One of our sacral sisters, she's an investor. but into our SPV, but we're also going to be investing in her company. And then she's also an advisor. She studies healing, intuitive healing on the body. I don't know if you watched her live episode. I haven't edited it yet, but it's out there. It's called Intuitive Human. She's going to Japan to go to the location where Reiki was first discovered.
Oh,
And so to go get the research because it goes with what she's building as her company, science and spirit. And so on the body and healing and bringing back our intuitive nature to heal our own body. So I was like, I'm coming with you. So I think I'm going to, that's in November. So I think I'm going to Japan to go do that. And then
that's
my
awesome.
man and I love skiing as we live in Park City. And so we've never skied Japan. So we're gonna go try the skiing in Japan.
Japan, that's where we want to go for our next ski trip.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
They have
Well,
the Epic or
yes.
Icon. We get them both each year, but I think
Yep.
they have the Epic pass there. So
Y
we're like, we need to go.
yes, yeah, yep, I've heard so many great things about it, and the powder and it's just so magical looking, like, and when you see photos, it just looks like a whole 'nother world. So the way the snow falls on those trees is so different than here. Um, so it's just yeah, I'm excited for that. Well, let's co-collaborate and see if we might do another one together, who knows?
Well, I'd love that.
So you've moved through aviation, healthcare leadership at Abbott, the title, escrow world, now real estate. From the outside, that reads like 4 careers. From the inside, what's the through line or what skill or instinct kept showing up no matter the industry?
Relationships. So, with the airlines, it's customer service and, carrying that through, trying to provide the best product possible. You go into, aviation. Where did I go next? I went into healthcare, working with athletes. So I did a little bit of sports nutrition, working with some athletes,
Nice.
and then I
Yeah.
did some work as an ICU dietitian and then into
Uh-huh.
management. And I just all through that, it's really relationships and
Yes, it
enjoying what you
is.
do. And then from there, going into the title sales, definitely relationships, getting to know everybody.
Yeah.
With that, looking at my clientele and getting to where I am in my life, I wish I would say I was 30, but getting towards the tail end, and my husband is coming up on retirement, setting myself up for a little more autonomy, using the skills that I've already developed and have been using into the real estate sector, which makes a better financial planning sense for us.
Mhm.
And my husband's he's actually my boss in a sense.
Okay.
He's the broker for Berkshire Hathaway in Park City.
Yeah.
So even though he signs off and makes sure I do everything right, so that's the capacity of that.
I love power couples, so kudos to you on that. I've been in and out of power couple scenarios before, so I understand. And so, a lot of women are quietly building wealth through real estate. And a lot of my sacral sister investors are, that's how we first were introduced. I think I told you that was in the real estate space and knowing what to do with their commissions afterwards and how to make their money make more money. But most don't talk about it the way that men do. What do you wish more women understood about real estate as a long term wealth building strategy? And where do you see them leaving the most money on the table?
I think the best strategy is investing early, depending on what if they're looking for a home to buy,
Hmm.
getting in the market as soon as possible, definitely. If you're looking for investment properties to generate income, looking for the most strategic area as well for the value. Some of the properties here, if you don't have enough of the down payment, the bills on it can be a little bit too high. And
Hmm.
then the location is very integral as well, because if you're not slopeside or near the ski resort
Mhm.
in a ski resort town,
Yep.
what other things will bring people to rent that property?
Yeah, hot tubs and, little bells
Hot
and
tubs,
whistles,
golf courses, bike
golf
trails,
courses, bike trails,
nature.
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's a lot of like we just had an amazing presentation on a new development that Berkshire's bringing on board called Blue Sky. And it's a little bit outside of Park City, but it has equestrian capabilities. So you can have some of the lots, you can have your own horses on them. Some
Mm,
are villas where you can tap into the equestrian center, the pool, all the things. And they have, shuttles that will run you to the ski resorts and back.
yeah.
And they're also it's an auberge product, so it's very high end. Auberge takes
Uh-huh.
care of it when you rent it
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
and it is just such a beautiful community. They actually have farm to table dinners that they bring in, famous chefs to, come and prepare these meals, and they'll have it like, let's say honey's the theme. So every part of the dinner, including the cocktails served, have honey in it
Is this a
and somehow bring that in.
community dinner?
Yeah, like a community garden.
Like,
They actually have a garden there where two women farm it, and it's just them. There's no equipment, there's no commercial
that
part
is
of it. They do
amazing.
farm to
Yeah,
table
natural,
commercial.
organic. Yeah, because I'm investing in that space as well, and also land infrastructure. Like, so it sounds like it has a lot of all of my little investment theses built in there. Yeah, I'd love to take a
Yeah,
look at that for sure.
yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. And so where do you see women leaving the most money on the table, though, when they are exiting out of these investments in real estate, or they are having this revenue generating from these investments?
I don't think it's just women. It's as we
Understood.
yeah, as we look at that, making sure that you're utilizing 1031 exchange, really getting in the game is the best thing. So if you have money to invest, aligning yourself to get into the game. And once you're in the game, looking at, diversifying. So if we've seen a lot of appreciation through COVID, and maybe
Mhm.
things have slowed a little bit, but we're still seeing anywhere from 7% to, you know, 15% increases in value in Park City.
Oh, that was
So
my next question, was Park City, Deer Valley, they're two of the most coveted markets in the country. For someone hearing about these markets for the first time, what makes it behave differently than other luxury markets? Like, what signals, like you're just sharing, are you watching right now that the average buyer is missing?
yeah, so Park City has several different markets. So we have the new East Village of Deer Valley that
Mhm.
Altera has come in to start develop. We have
Mhm.
that product out there. We call that Jordanelle. We have
Okay.
Old Town Park City, which
Yeah.
is, basically, from if you remember seeing the White Barn, it's the White Barn
Yep.
Inn, and then
Yes, yes,
and then
yes.
the Basin is everything kind of outside that way.
Yep.
And last year, I would say that we saw about 50% more sales from 25 to 26 in the Q1 this year out at Jordanelle.
Okay.
And the medium sales price is about 4 million.
Yeah.
And you come into Park City and we saw an appreciation of about 10%.
Mm.
The medium sales price is lower.
Mm.
So, which is interesting because we've had so much new construction.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yes. So
Yeah, so
yep.
then from
Mhm.
Snyderville, you have, Park City, the Snyderville Basin is a little bit lower than that because you have a little bit more residential. But from the White Barn out, there's not as many investment opportunity. I shouldn't say as many, but there's limits on a lot of neighborhoods for nightly rentals.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
that.
really
Yep.
kind of ski resort
Mm.
and some of the condo complexes that you can do that, but a lot of the neighborhoods limit that.
Mhm.
One of the reasons why we kind of keep going, I feel, and some of the experts as well, it's harder to get approval to do more construction.
Mhm.
So the product is a little bit less, and so
Well, more
we're not,
they're keeping the exclusivity to it, you
which is
know?
smart.
It is
One of
smart.
our
I commend
developers,
it.
yeah,
A lot of
they
people,
have,
put up their nose or down their nose to it. Although I'm all about preserving the quality of something. If it's not broken, don't fix it, or try and fix what's not broken, right? So, yeah, the Park City has always been that charm, and why overcomplicate it with more, Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
And compared to other ski areas, we're still really a good value. And we have, the international airport has brought a lot of, people to the area. We've seen a huge uptick in private jets that come
Mhm.
into the area. The Heber Airport is actually, expanding. And
Okay,
actually,
good.
the Heber Valley is probably where the best value is. The average sales price in our first quarter was about 1.1 million.
Okay, got it.
So it is a better value for about half the price you can get in there than you can in the Park City market.
Okay. And how many minutes is that airport from
It's about to how many minutes to Heber?
Yeah.
Okay, so Heber, I would say it's well to the ski resorts because we
Yes.
have the East Village now. It's just as fast to get there as it is to get from Salt Lake to Deer Valley. So
Oh,
well,
yeah.
even less than that. So it's about, I don't know, 15 minutes
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
because
good.
you don't have to go through town anymore and you just go
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. Yep. Nope, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
Amazing. And then I want to circle back to raising, you have two boys, you said.
I
Yes?
do.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well,
And
I also have 5 stepkids. So
on top of the two boys?
we have 7 children total
Okay.
and 7 granddaughters,
Okay,
and I have
got it.
2 from my boys and then 5 from my husband's kids.
Okay. So when you pivoted into becoming a stepmother, you weren't already a mother. You became a stepmother first, correct?
No.
Oh.
So we met, yeah, so we have no children together. He had his children, I had my children, then we decided
Oh,
that was enough. So
okay, got it. So you have okay, so okay, okay, got it. That moves it to a different conversation. Pivoting into merging and melting families together and uh creating that foundation of love and respect amongst them. What age were the children to be able to teach them, and what did it teach you as well?
so the youngest of his kids were 16
That's a tough
when we got
age.
together, yeah,
Yeah.
and then my kids were 5 and 9.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he basically came in, because I was the primary parent, and so he came in and he was Salt Lake dad because we were living down there at the time, and my ex-husband was Park City dad. So they had 2 dads.
I love that.
Yeah, so but it teaches you a lot about yourself, about, nothing is ever perfect,
Nope.
and including yourself and
Le
trying to find, grace for yourself when you mess up because having
Mhm.
5 stepkids, it's just like, okay, and then just moving on and just trying to keep connected.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, I there's a lot of humans right now around me that I'm like, just, that are going through breakdowns or rebirths or whatever you want to call them, and about to break through. I'm like, just remember that nothing is supposed to last forever. Like, some things are seasons, and certain, all the way from how the children are acting to what you're experiencing as an adult, it's all a season, and
It is.
they change, and you just have to have trust and faith and what's going to come out, and just have persistence and patience and be compassionate to yourself and to
Yeah,
others.
I've seen
Yes.
some, cute memes, about grandparents, like
Yeah.
grandparents acting naughty, but the best one was, this guy videoing his mom and his daughter, and below he writes, "I don't know who that woman is. She was she was batshit crazy with me," or something.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
"Oh."
Yeah.
But it's true, you get them and you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,"
Yeah.
and you have a
Yeah.
capacity to be more patient because you only have them that short amount of
Mhm.
time, and then you just know more, and you're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
just give me that little thing."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing children later in life. I decided I'll be 41 in a couple weeks, so I'll be doing them here in a few years. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
June 21st is your birthday.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yep, yep. Gonna head over to Europe, meet with some other women in Portugal that are looking to invest, and then the family office is out there that I'm meeting with. That's on my team as well, and so yeah, and then have a little fun on some islands in the Mediterranean, and that's it.
very nice. Which islands?
Ibiza and Formentera. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, we went to lunch on Formentera last summer. We
yeah.
took a boat in the Mediterranean and did the all the Balearic Islands.
Yep, yep.
And
Beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm doing a boat on my birthday or around my birthday as well, and we're doing a lunch. Which place did you have lunch?
I forget the
Do you forget?
name of it, but it's the most famous beach bar on Formentera.
Okay.
Yeah, so it takes a while to get a reservation. We made reservations
Yeah,
months in
they
advance.
the this amazing girl I met in social media, she created this company called Boat Talks. So instead of
Oh,
Botox in your face, it's Boat Talks. Such a
I love
cute
it.
She has such a cute little pipeline, but she's the only one that's really put in the effort to have a full concierge experience with renting the going on this vessel. So no other vessel ones. Or it's just like a party on the boat, and I'm not. I don't really need to do that. Like just that. And so they book the restaurant reservations ahead of time, like you just said. They do all of that. They have all the food and beverage on the vessel. They have all the gear and take you to snorkeling spots in the caves. And so I'm very excited, and I love her brand, and I'm excited to support her and meet her in person. So yeah, it's wild what you can find on internet and social media these days, and these really great pipelines that other people are building to create unique experiences wherever you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So,
do
well,
you
when you come
create
out to
some?
Utah, there's so many, I mean, people come out to ski, but they end up staying for the summers. There's so
Yes.
many, like we have our 4th of July parade, which is total old, nice,
I
quaint
love.
old town,
Yeah.
original Main Street. And,
Yes.
like the Rotary Club, the Elks Lodge, the high school, like,
Yes.
come marching down, and
Oh,
it's
I love
super.
that. I've danced in parades and for Memorial Days and Labor Days in my back in the day because I danced ballet tap jazz for 21 years. So I know all about those. And I did kick lines. I actually ended up passing out in one of them from
Oh.
heat exhaustion. Yes, I woke up to very beautiful male paramedics hovering over me, but yeah, no, I was just in the zone, just doing my kick line.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden I was out. I didn't even remember it.
Wake up, you're like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, when you love something, you just kind of push through.
Yeah, one of my
So,
best friends is a ex-professional dancer, and she loves to go line dancing,
yeah,
and I love to golf, so I'm like,
I
"Okay."
love golfing too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went the last 2 days, and it
yeah.
was
Let's
great, but
let's go when I go there again for
oh,
sure.
I love it, but
Hmm.
she's always asked me to come line dancing, and she knows all these songs, and I don't know anything. She says, "It's easy, just follow me," and I'm like, I can't get my feet to go the right way."
Yeah, yeah. I don't really do too much line dancing. I know that it wouldn't be difficult, but yeah, I wouldn't say line dancing is my thing, but I love all
We actually
dancing.
need an investor here to bring in a country western bar on Main Street because we don't have anything
Oh,
like
whoa,
that.
you
Yeah,
don't?
no, we do not. Like we have the No Name Saloon, but it's more
Yeah,
just a bar. There's
yeah.
no dancing there, and
I noticed that when I was in Park City. I was like looking. I was my guy and I were looking for places to go, and I noticed it was, like, either, like, very bougie, like, little, cocktail bar or the saloon, or it was, like, only once in a while was it, like, a nightclub at one of these places. I don't know, but
yeah,
not there wasn't anything in between like you just said. No.
yeah, something
Mm,
that you can dance. There, not so loud, but not, so we definitely need that on Main Street.
hmm, yep, that would be a
Yeah,
good one. Yeah. Amazing.
exactly.
Yeah. So, as far as what your next moves are, how do you have plans to exit in your career or make another career elevation, like staying in your career, but maybe elevating to?
Yeah.
Is
I
there?
plan to I plan to ride this one out to the end.
Okay, good.
And yeah, the elevation part really comes from learning to do more things like this, getting out of my
Yeah.
comfort zone. And I think that another thing that was kind of part of my journey here is being out of my comfort zone because I think I thrive more when I'm being challenged,
Yes.
and I kind of thrive in that area. And now it's to start doing more posting that's intentional and really,
Mm,
having a presence online as well as I'm very social. If when you come to Park
I
City,
can
be like,
tell.
everybody. It's like, but I love that. I love that part of my
You like
life.
the one-on-one authenticity. I'll share something with you. It was hard for me to I don't know why it was, because 'cause I've always been on stage, and I'm very social butterfly like you, out in the real world with people one-on-one, but I knew that at a certain point, it does create a threshold for you on being able to expand and share your wisdom and what you're offering to others. If you're not utilizing these, beautiful platforms that we are lucky on this planet to be around during this time, to be able to use. So launching this podcast, like I shared with you before, this was a series of in-person events. It also was draining. My body said I was homeless in a healing session with a healer. I was like, I'm not homeless. But my body said it was. So I needed to make sure I grounded and stayed in a space for long enough so that I could be acclimated, and so I was like,
Yeah.
how do I do this? And I'm like, all right, I got to turn it into a podcast, and it's a whole nother business, you know what I mean? But and I launched it in just a few weeks, and we already have 20 episodes lined up. You're my 10th.
Wow.
And yeah, and so we're going on week 6 now, and we have, over 100 more women in the pipeline to like come
Wow.
through and share their stories. Yes, it's wild, and I'm just so grateful. So
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much, Barbara,
Yeah.
for
Thank
for
you.
jumping on. Is there any last nuggets you want to share with anyone watching? Because you want to share where they can find you, spell out your name for them, your email, whatever you want.
Okay. You can find me at larsenrealestategroup.com. And Barbara Larsen, I am Barbara Larsen RE on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Nice.
Yes,
You
so
got your
I have
ducks in a row
links to
there.
it all. And yeah, so or reach out to me if you come to Park City and want a tour or advice on where to go for the weekend and what to do. I'm happy to do that. So,
Oh,
and
that's
a little
great.
bit of tidbits. I guess, just keep listening to reading and listening
Yeah.
to other people and their journeys to
Yeah.
help keep you on your journey. Because, I mean, negative self-talk is always a battle,
Oof.
and keeping yourself in that positive. Whenever I'm, been listening to too much news or
Mm-hmm.
crime stuff, I'm like, oh gosh, I could eat something positive. I get back on that. And then I get a surge of more energy because I love mystery stories.
I
But
do too. I love like the true crime stuff or the all these things I do too, or watching
yeah,
shows that have
but
these
it's so
type of
dark. I'm
events.
like, oh my gosh, this
I
is really
know.
dark. And I keep coming back to it. So just putting yourself back in the positivity,
That's your dopamine rush.
right?
That's like your
I
little
can't listen
fix.
to them too close to before bed.
Yeah, no, 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 definitely not. Mm-mm. You mentioned that you're wanting to stick with the real estate brokering and in your area and take it all the way because there's definitely more ladders to climb. I'd love to invite you to meet all of our other Sacred Sisters in another group and see how we can support you in there as well, more privately, and share each other's networks and wisdom. So make sure you look out for that.
Yeah, that'd
And
be great.
yes, it was such a pleasure having you on, Barbara. I hope you have
Yeah,
a
thank you.
prosperous rest of your week. And everyone, thank you for watching another episode, number 10 of Plunge into Prosperity. See you on the next plunge.
Thank you.
Thanks for plunging into sacred wisdom and regenerative wealth with us. If your soul and your portfolio just got a glow up, hit subscribe on YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, and Apple. Share it with your crew. Tag us on social and join the movement at plungeintoprosperity.com. I'm Brandi Kolosky. Catch you on the next plunge.